What is up, everybody? It's Hypocrisy here. Today, we're gonna do a part 2 of the whole kind of funny Insomniac damage control spill they were doing, a moral grandstand about how they were gonna cover the Insomniac leaks. They were just way too noble to cover the Insomniac leaks when they've been covering every other leak from these different developers of different companies for the past year in the gaming industry. So they come off very hypocritical. But I guess with this new show, Greg Miller, who had the biggest voice the other day, wasn't there. And it's a 7-minute long clip of them damage controlling for 7 minutes. And I was like, really? I'm not going to play the whole clip, but probably a few seconds of it. Because it's like, they're just going in circles, or going around in circles, just damage controlling this nonsense. Just saying why they feel the need, they can't cover some, they can cover the other ones. I'm going to play a little bit of it.
And that's the thing for me that I think is so funny, because going back to the hypocrite thing, that's been talked about a lot, where it's like people showing thumbnails of Kind of Funny Games Daily. It's like oh, they're not going to talk about leaks here, but they talked about leaks literally yesterday with Suicide Squad, or like here's all the other times they talk about leaks. Guys, we talked about the Insomniac leaks. We in the same way we talked about the other leaks.
See, I didn't even pay attention to that because
that's as much as I can stomach. Like, I'm gonna try to fast forward some of it, but it's just like 7 minutes. I'm just damage controlling this nonsense about their BS stance, but.
it's a studio that we view more as oh man, this is like like, we respect studios more than publishers. Not me saying Kind of Funny. I think us as an industry respect studios more than publishers. And
it's just more like I said, 7 minutes of this BS. Like, that's not true, because you wouldn't have covered the other companies' stuff being leaked as well. If you took that stance from the beginning, you wouldn't be in this controversy where you said, hey, the Nvidia leak, the Capcom leak, the Xbox leak, the GTA 6 leak, all these leaks that happened in the game industry, you wouldn't have talked about them, but you did. So you took those things from the beginning, you wouldn't be in this controversy, but because you didn't, and you show favoritism towards Insomniac because they put you two guys into a video game, it's just people are just calling you out on it, the double standard and hypocrisy, the Xbox bias. I don't think it's even, I don't think with these guys, I don't know. I think they're just super biased towards PlayStation, but they're just gonna roast in the comment section. The game community is not accepting us because they're saying you blunt guys are a bunch of hypocrites. And this 7 minutes of footage can be summed up with blah 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 blah. That could be the best summary of this footage right here. But I'm gonna give you some more clips of actually something else more interesting. David Jaffe and Adam Sessler talking about this whole situation right here, this whole controversy, where some journalists just want to take the moral high ground, so they're not going to cover this leak. This is what David Jaffe and Adam Sessler have to say about this.
But I'm not going to show it. I'm not going to talk about it, because that seems, as a developer, and it just seems wrong to spoil that. But the other
I get it.
But at the same time, though, I saw a bunch of journalists going online today going, like, Greg Miller did it, and I I don't really know Greg that well anymore, but he's fine.
He's a good guy. Greg's a very good guy.
And then Victor Lucas, who I like a great deal. But a lot of them were kind of like, and I saw like 5 more going, it's like, check yourself, be moral, it's all this shit, and I'm like, and even people who were defending the leak, on Suicide Squad, which happened yesterday as well, and people are like, this is bad, and the team hurts, and it's bad for the company, and all this, and I'm going, okay, this is Warner Brothers, who's charging $10 a fucking skin for Mortal Kombat. It's like
and that's not even the most egregious things Warner Brothers is doing. Not only did they just stop the whole single-player Batman thing, they killed that whole thing right there, but they're charging you $10 for fatalities over there, Warner Bros. Like, that company has fallen low. Were you being charged for holiday-themed fatalities? Really? But that's not even the point of the video. Let's continue.
And you guys who are professional journalists, you need to keep the relationships good, so I get why you're tweeting that, but don't fucking get on a soapbox and a high horse and act like people aren't going to talk about this.
But Jackie, the first rule of games journalism is police others games journalism.
That's true.
It is the single most fucking annoying. Honestly, I had spent all morning watching people. It's like, get the over yourselves. My God, it is newsworthy. Guess what?
Yeah.
It's newsworthy, and it's really goddamn unfortunate. Everyone knows I love Insomniac. I actually consider Ted Price a goddamn friend. But no, there's news there. There's tons of news there.
It's news?
Yeah, so I agree with these guys. Like, it's unfortunate what happened with Insomniac, with all these other studios in general, but it's news. People are going to talk about it. It is what it is. So to put this moral high ground, this whole moral virtue signaling BS, It's just nonsense. It's like, knock it off. It's just BS. But 7 minutes of damage controlling, I don't think there's any. If you want to check out the video on your own, you can do so. But I'm not about to play 7 minutes of these guys damage controlling, run around in circles, just BSing for 7 minutes. And you can listen to it on your own. But let's see what people got to say about this. And I understand now why he's defending Insomniac, because apparently Greg Miller had a whole little documentary, a little whatever this is right here, of why he went shirtless as Spider-Man. Once again, this is the most cringiest, creepiest stuff I have seen. Like, why is this dude shirtless? Like, he's saying this. Okay, yeah, enough of that. I can't stomach that. I'm about to throw up. No offense, but what is this nonsense? I don't want to see a shirtless Greg Miller talking about Spider-Man. This is ridiculous. Doubling down on your hypocrisy is hilarious to see. Doubling down on deflection at his finest. Our expectations for you were low, but holy crap. Pretty much. Greg dismissing the criticism as just trolls. Yeah, the only people who complain are just trolls, apparently. That's such a BS cop-out. Yeah, the people who criticize us are just trolls. Nobody with actual game of insight or actual opinions can actually can talk about what your hypocrisy. Like, this is like, who has to be so dumb enough where you just think they're just trolls, just people just trolling them? Like, really? I stopped listening when Blessing said no one knew about the Suicide Squad leaks. Like, come on, man. Twitter/Reddit is the same place all this info drops. Not sure why these guys are deflecting. It's like, when it comes to Insomniac, that's so precious, but the rest of these studios, it's like, it's free game. It's just so hypocritical. Is this you pony, Greggy? Yeah, once again, covering all the other leaks. But, you know, Capcom, well, you know, Insomniac just can't talk about them, apparently. Whole lot of nothing was said here. That's the whole thing. Well, 7 minutes of just nothing being said, of substance being said here. It's just BS for 7 minutes. So much gaslighting here, I thought I was still in a relationship. It's what we do. We have conversations. Y'all really haven't changed since the Colin drama. Cap. This is really strange to listen to. I genuinely don't see how you are treating any of this the same. You literally went through Capcom's lineup in the video, and Capcom doesn't really have names, subsidiary studios, just numbered divisions. And I just realized this whole Wolverine kind of funny and something I think is still trending. Wow. Dude, we all knew the Suicide Squad leaks. The leaks happened on Reddit and Twitter. Like, yeah, how would you not know about this? Especially if you, like, listen on the podcast and stuff. You're probably on social media. You probably knew about this game leaking out. So, more BS deflections from these guys. Blessing is contradicting himself, and so is the follow-up tweet. Your Xbox leak coverage has Blessing Jr. literally reading confidential leaked company document bar for bar in the coverage. Yeah, it was like the Xbox leak had literal company files, confidential files, and he had no problem talking about that. But when it's Insomniac, you just can't do it, huh? I unfollowed and unsubbed you guys on YouTube as well. If we can't trust your integrity as journalists, then what's the point of hearing your voices? Oh man. This is all I heard. Deflection game expert level 1000. Yeah, nobody's buying their BS there. And the fact that they doubled down on it too is just like, what is going on? It's just so ridiculous. At least try to make it sound somewhat like we understand what the people who are talking about, who are against their stance, but they're just like doubling down on it, like the whole damage controlling nonsense, and it just doesn't even make any sense to begin with. They are effing liars. This crap is crazy. They are sucking songs SSD big time. Take that D out your mouth already. Okay, that's very vulgar, but okay. With all due respect, the Capcom leak wasn't as damaging as Capcom's entire slate. Yet, you literally knew every game Capcom was making. We knew about the Resident Evil 4 remake in advance. We knew about, what was the other one? We knew about a few games from Street Fighter 6 in advance. We knew about a lot of games from Capcom with that leak, but you know, apparently the Insomniac one is just a lot worse when it's the same thing, pretty much. Here's the similarities between the Capcom leaks versus Insomniac's. The roadmap, the name of games, personal information from employees and partners. Here's the difference between the two. One is a PlayStation studio and the other one's a third-party publisher. Doubling down on hypocrisy is crazy. Yeah, that's what the rest of these games, the rest of these studios too. Like, so for the Capcom one, there was literally no difference between this and the PlayStation one. But, you know, they covered the Capcom one, but not the PlayStation one. They must just be trolling at this point. What's good? I don't watch Kind of Funny, so I can't even say like I'm unfollowing, I'm subscribing. I don't watch these clowns. Like, these guys are just hypocrites, especially Greg Miller, one of the biggest ones. 7 minutes of damage control. Just say we have close ties to the studio, and that's it. Good to see they're getting cooked in the comments. That's the best part about this. People are just roasting these guys in the comments because it's just blatant hypocrisy, blatant favoritism towards Sony, which no other studio would get that same protection right there. So these dudes went on and doubled down. I gotta give it to them because that is impressive. I don't know if that's impressive, but okay. Show by show, you expose yourselves, explanations that make zero sense, and your shilling is catching up with you. Fake predictions, fake integrity, and most important, fake gamers. Bro, Western news outlets really do not care about the Japanese devs. Doubling down is insane. Just to admit the blatant hypocrisy and inconsistency with leaks coverage, but you don't want to damage your relationship with Sony and Insomniac, right? Got it. Yeah, they want to be in Spider-Man 3 shirtless as well, I guess. So, I'm going to include it right here. You can read the rest on your own. This whole thread is them just being cooked by different people with their opinions about this, but apparently it's kind of funny. You're just trolls if you disagree with them, so... Sad to see this is blatant hypocrisy, but it is what it is. But definitely want to see your thoughts down below about this. Leave a like if you like this video. And as always, thanks for watching and peace.